tanks, which can be crucial in this matchup. But we do see for CatZ, if you look at the production tab, we do have tank weapons, or vehicle weapons going up +1. And actually, very nice play by CatZ here, sieging on the low ground and by the watchtower, forcing all those drones off, and is going to kick out a spine crawler or two and the extractor, and eventually probably take out this hatchery. Lings, it looks like they're going to try and maybe do a counterattack up north, or try and get around and do a flank. But this hatchery is going to go down, not much resistance for it. And it looks like CatZ is going to try and counterattack on this upper planetary fortress. This command center, there's nothing defended nearby. If these mutas went after the command center there, they could get a pretty much guaranteed kill. CatZ is taking, I was going to say a 5th, but I guess it's retaking 4th because of the first command center. And the command center does go down. And oh, I'm not sure I like that play. Banelings, after they killed the planetary fortress, half killed the tank, went back, lost probably twice as many Banelings he needed to there, but probably could have gotten all those SCVs if he targeted properly, but alas, he did not. All these Marines surviving, at least, all in a big clump. We did see about 10 or 8 or so did get one Baneling hit near them. They're on low health, but they did survive. And Muta's now taking out this floating command center. I don't think these Marines are going to be able to get there in time. Looks like they're going to try. They even are stimming these Marines down to 1 HP. They're running away. They snipe off 1. Oh, and that's all they're able to do is they managed to kill 1 Muta. And that's a lot of 1 hit point Marines along with a bunch of 35 hit point Marines. But I did just see 2 medevacs pop for the Terran on the production tab, and there they are, so, and even seeing some Thors out now, so Terran very good on trying to expand, and he does have a very fortified position here, so we do have this masked Ling, Baneling, Muta for the Zerg player here, just waiting for something to happen. We do have weapons level 3 going out for the Marines, so they'll soon be doing 9 damage, which is absolutely absurd. I mean, that's some of the highest damage per second in the game, for or at least this cheap of a unit. I mean, I suppose Lings with adrenal glands +3, but... And Baneling's going in, taking out about a third, about a half of the Ling, and we do have a bunched up amount of Mutalisks, but they are able to take out the Thors. All the Marines going down, all these tanks going down. We do have 22 Mutas left over for CatZ with +2 weapons. They are going to be able to take out do quite a bit of damage. There's almost no Marine opposition. There's no Thors left on the battlefield, so who knows? We could see a lot of damage being done by CatZ here. Splitting up his Mutas, half sitting back here, not the greatest thing. And it looks like that one missile turret is able to survive due to SCV repair. Trying to attack the Mutas, but still in range. That is a lot of Mutas lost. Lost 11, 12 Mutas. Lost 12 Mutas in that engagement. That's about over half of his army. Engaging these Marines still, I think CatZ thought he had the game, and he overcommitted to that last attack. All his... down to 1 hero Mutalisk out of 22. If you check the units lost there, you just see that CatZ looks like he skyrocketed after that last engagement. I'm sure he was probably double ahead there, but he's losing horribly now in that regard. When you check out the income tab, he's barely ahead even. He's only ahead by 5 harvesters. So this game is nowhere close to being advantageous for either player. Well, as I say that, I'm looking, you know, CatZ does have 5 bases, but not that far ahead on the work from him. Trying to do some damage again, but losing another Muta to that turret, or at least a new turret, and only managing to kill about 2 Marines. Not the greatest trade-off of units. We do see a greater spire going down and an Ultralisk cavern already done. We see no adrenal glands going down or armor yet, or pathogen glands, but that's a lot of upgrades to upgrade. But greater spire almost done, so both Ultralisks and Broodlords. Looks like we had a, judging from those corpses, we just saw a 8 Marine drop going down there, which was dealt with. And it looks like there's some Marines that just happen to be waypointed down here, but they're actually managing to get through this single spine crawler. Probably going to be able to kill a couple drones, actually. But let's see how many of these are able to take. They have upgrade level 3, so that's 9 damage per shot. They are able to kill, I think, 1 or 2 drones each. And with the scan here, they're able to take out most of those creep tuners. Actually, Hero Queen just, you know, hanging out. Hey Thors, I'm just gonna. I'm not Zerg. I'm just wearing a costume. Ain't no reason to attack me. I'm fine. But we do have more drones going down here. We do see them being one-hit shotted now. That's because they only have 1 armor and they do 41 damage. So Hero Tank's able to one-shot these for now. That is quite a interesting upgrade amount if you think about it. Tanks being able to one-hit drones. We actually have a 6th expansion going down for CatZ in the top position. Both top positions, actually. That's 7 expansions. And another Muta snipe of these command centers. Just running away from the Marines. Damn, I think that's 3 or 4 command centers he's been able to kill with just Mutas alone. And he killed that command center. Oh, and the tank's unprotected now. Beautiful Muta micro, able to take out a command center and both those offensive tanks there. Thors and Marines dancing back and forth between bases, but not able to do any damage. And it looks like we're reassembling up north. We've got a massive morphing Banelings and Banelings remade, a couple Ultralisks, and a hell of a lot of Mutas up here. Looks like we're going to see a major push on this upward top expansion of the Terran. And Creep still prohibiting this from landing. This is actually his main command center. Moving from the base. This is empty too, so I expect to see him maybe lift this off at least once the gas is out. But Terran must be starving right now. Even his 3rd is now dead. I'm not sure how Terran's going to be able to come back from this single push. I mean, he's got no income left. And he can't even place this down. It looks like he did have to use a scan to get rid of that. And there's a lot of creep around him. Creep sped by CatZ has been absolutely beautiful this game. Queen going down with full energy, not able to do any transfuses. And Terran army behind its own base, this massive Zerg force might be able to take out a lot of these SCVs. Oh my goodness, long distance mining a hoe. But it looks like these Thors and tanks will be able to finish off these Ultralisks, trying to do some damage, but these Mutas getting a lot of kills here on these stray SCVs, being forced to run away now though, as the army from the Terran does manage to get in here. And if we check the income tab, almost double in harvesters. Terran's not even mining at all right now. If he is able to get this orbital command out, I expect to see 3 or 4 mules pop down here. He's oversaturated. He will spike in income, but I'm not sure how he's going to do. I mean, if you actually look at the Zerg player's income, he's actually got a higher gas income than mineral income. That means if he was building only Mutas, he wouldn't be able to afford any links, which is interesting. We do have some nice transfuse going on. CatZ does have quite a few queens with quite a lot of, you know, energy. That's what it's called. Preferring to use it on the Ultralisks instead of the Mutalisks. I guess the Ultralisks do have more armor, so they absorb more damage, but I'm just thinking with the Mutalisks, I mean, they cost more per hit point. And I don't know, hard to say. But we do have, holy shit, we got 9 Brood Lords, 16, I'm just gonna go to the army tab, that'll make my life, or unit tab. So we have 70 drones, 5 Ultralisks, 9 Brood Lords, 16 Mutas, 6 Corruptors versus 4 Thors, 11 tanks, and 70 Marines. Terran and Zerg both more or less maxed out on army, but because we do have 30 more drones and SCVs, the Terran army is actually larger in food count, but smaller in gas cost. I was mentioning earlier the gas income of the Zerg. You can clearly see that here. His army is almost equal on gas and minerals, something you don't see. Looks like these Broodlords are going without protection to the top of the map here. Looks like they could be sniped, but we do have the rest of the Zerg force coming in now. Going back to the production tab, because I figure that's standard. We do have these Thors actually blocking the tanks, and there's not much for them to attack anyway. Most of these Broodlords are down. Looks like the Marines and Thors have been able to take them out. And another engagement that I believe favored the Terran heavily. We see the Terran is at 170 food compared to the 130 of the Zerg. So that definitely favored the Terran. You look at the unit velocity was 50% higher for the Zerg players. So this unit composition in this micro we see by CatZ is doing absolutely great things for him. I mean, I absolutely flabbergasted at how he's managed to stay in this game after taking so much economic damage, but his army has just been able to deal blow after blow to the Zerg. See more Corruptors coming out there, popping, and small Force of Marines and Marauders just going to be able to take out another base. And Zerg taking this gold expansion for the third time this game. More Broodlords in mass infestor now. We've got 6 infestors on the field. That's going to do wonders. We can get some neural parasite maybe on the Thors, as well as some good fungal growth. That's what it's called. Yeah, we see these area units being fungal. We see more fungal going down, and it's hard to say. Only air for the Zerg. He's down. He lost all his mutants. It looks like they clumped up and got 1 or 2 shot by these Thors. We see a Thor with 10 kills. That Thor definitely managed to kill almost all those mutas in just 1 shot. And with only these 2 Thors left, though, this air army isn't this non-light air army. You can check the missile damage to bonus damage against light only, so these Broodlords are quite hard to kill with Thors. And they're even quite hard to kill with Marines, because they do have quite a... well, they got 1 armor. They're more if they're being upgraded, but Vikings are your best choice. You got no anti-air by the Zerg player at all. Go back to the units tab. We've got almost nothing. Let's check out the army. Holy shit. Terrans managed to pull ahead amazingly well. Ahead in food by 30, as well as tripling the mineral army. And being ahead in gas. I'm not sure what the Zerg's done, but he's certainly taken a pounding. Looks like he's at +2, +3 on his ground. Looks like +4, +3, but, you know, that's just because there's... check on here, you got +2. See? Wasn't lying. Anyway, looks like he forgot to land his orbital command, so his SCVs are being forced to do some long-distance mining. I saw he picked that up when the Broodlords was doing damage. He hasn't put it back down, so that is going to be quite detrimental to his income right now. And I'd like to see some... I see we're going to have a drop here, but I'd like to see just a few SCVs heal this army. I mean, it could pretty much double the hit points of this army to heal that. But I think the Terran is just starved on gas. We check his resource in the top right. He's only got 66 gas. He's trying to do whatever economic damage he can to cats, but CatZ is starving this game. Looks like he did manage to land his orbital command now. I think he needs to get these gases up right away because he is pretty mineral heavy right now. Broodlord's trying to do some damage, but looks like they're all going to be taken out just from these Vikings. We do have a couple Corruptors now, but it's enough to chase them off, but I don't think it's enough anti-air. We see the army of cats slowly growing. We do see some more good transfusing by these queens. Another Broodlord cocoon, but we see, looks like there's been quite a bit of damage done to cats in the bottom left. I'm not sure where I was for that, but he's lost 2 bases. He's down to, that base is almost empty. He's down to just the gold for mining, just like the Terran, so pretty much on equal footing. Let's see if he's going to win this. Another Broodlord going